We're live. Maybe we're live. I would appreciate a sound check from anybody who joins the stream. That would be awesome if you could let me know if you can hear me. And if you can see me, that always helps as well. But especially if you can hear me, I think I can tell that we're streaming the video live. So last night I was trying to find my Arctic pencil. I finally found it. Um, it's like this slight bluish tint to a white color, and it's such a nice tint to use here and there. Finally found it. It was right where it was supposed to be, so probably why I couldn't find it right. I put it back where I was supposed to. Okay. Hey, Devin. All right. Thanks for the sound check out there on Facebook Live. Appreciate it. Okay. See what we can get accomplished here in a small amount of time. Don't always know how long I'm going to stream for, but at least we can get something accomplished. And that's my encouragement to you as well. If you're brand new to art, or even if you've been doing it a while, if it's difficult to fit in some time, then just sit down and get done what you can. And you might be surprised at how much you are able to get accomplished within a small amount of time. Sometimes it's more than you think. Let's see what we can do right in here. Hey, Jan, thanks for joining us. Good to see you out here as well. Jan is over on Facebook Live tonight. Good to see you. All right. I'll use a little bit lighter color right down here. And create that curve right here on the nose. Have I said how much I love this pastel matte paper lately? Such a good paper. Okay. What did I do? Here we go. I want to use that Dark Flesh 5%. right in there. So actually gets a little darker down here. So if that's the case, and it gets darker over here as well. Um, so I will add a little bit of this darker color, and then I'll go over it with some lighter colors after that. Okay. Grab that Derwent Oyster. But it's nearly a white, but it's not quite a white. But it can lean things back in a different direction. Just a little bit. Okay. And I want this to be a little lighter right there, but I want it to slowly morph into that other skin tone that is a little bit darker. And then right up here. All right. And use my burnt ochre 10% right there. Okay. Grab that sienna. Put a little bit of sienna right in there. And right down here as well. There we go. Okay. See what that's looking like. Go ahead and zoom in just a little bit, if that helps. There we go. You guys see that better? All right. Devin, was I self-taught or took classes? Well, so I guess I would consider myself mostly self-taught. So through self-education, right? Because I went to a really small um, country school in most of my, you know, young years, and so even in um, public school, I didn't have art classes. So I would say that's, you know, self-taught. And then in college, I never took an art class. Um, but then I pursued a lot of study on my own through books mostly. Um, After, I was about nearly age 40. It was before that, in my late 30s, I guess, something like that. I think even if somebody went to school, though, the learning, for art, I'm talking about, the learning never stops, right? You're continuing to grow and develop. I would hope, I would think that would be the case even after you're done with school. Okay, let me see here. Let me start with this Herculaneum Red. I'll move that up in here just a little bit. Oh, thanks, Devin. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to push that back up in here. I'll use this burnt ochre 10%. Smooth it out just a little bit. Okay. I want that. I'm looking for a red. I don't want that. I'm going to use this russet. I'll just soften that just a little bit right there. All right. Yeah, I agree, Jan. I think that's right. At least that's what I want to do. Um, is continue to learn and grow. Yep, that's and if you pick a versatile medium, which I think they all are, um, but I think colored pencil in particular is very versatile. Then there's so many things that you can continue to learn. So many different styles and approaches that keep it very interesting. Pardon me. and keep it fun. Okay, let's see. All right. I'll move the cross the length of the nose with this burnt sienna, 10%, or burnt ochre rather, 10%. All right. I'm going to use oyster right up here. There's a little bit of a lighter area right there. This whole area is lighter. Oh, interesting, Jan. I'm guessing that you're saying you're struggling with trying to transfer that style to the one you're working on of your brother. Well, you use a lot of color, so you're just trying to work out the colors. Then I guess mostly. I really admired your style. I think it's really neat. It's just so fun to put so much color in there. Very cool. Gee, that's too funny. I doubt you're failing. Oh, I love seeing those works that you do where you've got so much color in there. I think it's very bold. I love it. Hmm. Well, I can't wait to see that, Jan. I'm sure it's going to turn out. All right, let's do this. Don't get those scissors out. Leave the scissors in the drawer. uh, it's too funny. Okay. Let's see here. Think about this for a moment. Guess I'll move down just a little bit. little bit more of this lighter color down here. I have some strong highlights over here. So one of the things I try to do, Jan, is when I'm looking at my piece and I'm trying to depict color, is think about what that local color is. And then if I want to push that color a little bit, of course, you push it a lot more than I do. So this might not be anything new to you, but I'm looking for colors that aren't immediately obvious, and just trying to force myself to see other colors. And I think you probably have a pretty good eye for that because you've worked in color for so long. And that's what's exciting, how you can translate some of those things. I know you're just feeling probably a little overwhelmed only because colored pencil's new to you, but I think you'll quickly adapt. There we go. Way too vibrant, huh? That's funny. Oh, hey, Maria. Welcome. How are you? And Jody, how are you? Good to see you out here as well. Maria is over on YouTube Live. Jody and Jan are both over on Facebook Live. Oh, thank you, Maria. I'm doing well. Thank you, Jody. Somebody was asking me why I was using Restream, and I apologize if it was one of you guys that's out here right now. Um, I'm sorry, I don't remember who was asking me about that, but anyway, mostly the reason why I started using it is because I'm able to. I started using it. When was that? 2 years ago, something like that. I don't remember now. A year and a half ago, something like that. Anyway, I'm able to simultaneously cast over to Facebook and YouTube at the same time. That's the reason. I'm sure it's like any of the other softwares that you use. I mean, it's okay. It does fine for what it's doing. There's some aggravations with it once in a while. That's just the way software is. So none of it's perfect. Um, I still go through OBS, so I have that layer of software that I have to go through in order to um, get the camera and audio and all that put in the right spots, and so there's two things going on. Okay, let's see here. Who's this? Yeah. And so you start using new colors once in a while, what I like to do is I like to grab the colors that I just start using and then stick them down here on my drawing tray so that I don't forget what it was I was using. That can happen easily. Now, if I wanted to add brighter colors in there, I could, but I can also choose to do that later on. So Jan is asking, why not Zoom, John? Why not Zoom? How come we can't Zoom? Let's Zoom. um, so I can't use Zoom to live stream. Zoom doesn't allow that. Let's see. Let's go with a purple color here. I can't, Zoom is a meeting place software, but it won't allow you to stream it, live stream over to YouTube or any social media platform. Well, maybe there's something you could buy to make it do that, but I'm not sure what that would be. I try to use, and I know it. I know you're just curious, Jan. Sometimes people will talk about different things about using one service to do a whole bunch of different things. And yeah, Vimeo, you can do that. That's right. If you pay them like $1 million a year, and I'm not going to do that. It's like really, it's not $1 million, but it's expensive. So yeah, but they do have that service. But what I was going to say is, I try to use some of these services for whatever their own specialization is, and I try not to use them for things that they don't specialize in. Some of the services think that they specialize in everything, but generally the software does one or a few things really well, but they can't do everything really well. Oh, then Vimeo, yeah, it's less expensive than Vimeo, that's for sure. I don't really know anyone that's. I mean, I'm sure there are people that are doing that, but um, using Vimeo, but it's kind of crazy how much that costs. So I just don't think that's a good option, at least not for me. I didn't see any benefit in what they offered either. Okay, so I'm also adding Bordeaux um, in there as well. So I want to make sure I remember that also, because if I I start switching the color scheme of the shadows, even sometimes that can start looking really odd, you know. So it's a weird thing. It can be a weird thing, I guess. Hey, Barbara, watching over on YouTube. Thanks for joining us. Okay, all right, there, Devin. Good deal. Good deal. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to stay away from that shadow now. Spent too long over there. Um, see, this starts to happen too. You start holding all these pencils in your hand, and you don't need to. But it seems like I do that a lot. I just start collecting the pencils in my hand, in my left hand. Hey, Maria. Yeah, I don't remember what I was going to say, but regarding doing a self portrait, but no, it feels odd. You have to. It feels a little odd to me. Um, it's not the first time I've drawn myself, but it's the first time in a while that I've drawn myself, and so mostly what I try to do is not think of it as myself, Maria. To be honest with you, I try to think of it just as this is the anatomy that I'm drawing at this time, and I try not to think of it as being me. So you should definitely do it, though. I think it would be really, really great if you did that. Hey, Angel, good to see you out here. Angel's over on YouTube Live as well. Jody is asking, if you start with luminance, do you ever add a different brand in later, or just stay with one for the whole project? No, I hardly ever stay with one brand, Jody. I'm using about three right now. So I'm using Derwent Luminance and Derwent Lightfast, and then Luminance, and also Polychromos. That's what I'm using right now. I've got the time check over there with Shiny. Okay, I was wondering, Shiny. You knew I'd be wondering. All right. Oh, you're welcome, Jody. I'm not opposed to using just one pencil brand. I think it's fine to do that. Um, it's just I rarely do that, and I've seen artists from time to time use one. What I've noticed often is they'll use one to quote unquote test the pencils. And what's odd to me about that is sometimes it's the only time they use one pencil brand. So if I'm testing a pencil, I started thinking more about this recently. I think it makes more sense for me to test that pencil the way I normally draw and use it with other pencils as well. So don't just, you know, test it in isolation to other pencils. But that's just my opinion on that. Yeah. Okay. Go back here. Let's see. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Um, Shiny, you're asking if I have any other viewers from New Zealand. I don't know if I have any other viewers from New Zealand. I probably do, though. I'm not sure. Well, I don't know about that. I know I have other listeners to my podcast from New Zealand. I have listeners from um, all over the world. So, but I don't know about on YouTube. Not sure about that. Jody, how many hours do you estimate go into portrait this size? This might be the largest that I've ever drawn a portrait in colored pencil. It's not the largest I've drawn. I drew a graphite one that was like 20 inches or something like that, maybe more. So I'm not real sure, Jody. It's a good question. I guess we'll find out. I can tell you this: it's going to be quicker than it would be otherwise if I had done this like on a cotton surface, because I'm using pastel mat. So it'll be a little faster only because of that. But I'm about to switch over and start working on some boring things, and so I might do that and not live stream it because it's just incredibly boring unless you guys tell me you'd like to see it while I'm working on it. So Angel's asking if I'm going to do a background. Yes, I am. So that's going to be one of the boring things, I think. Oh man, what size is this? I should know that. I just measured it like 2 nights ago or one night ago. I'll just tell you the longest side, I think, is, what is it? About 16 inches. Yeah. Yeah, 16. Is that right? 15 and a half, 16, right around in there. So it's not huge. So, oh, you guys think you would like to see me work on the background? I mean, I will if anyone thinks they want to see that. It might be it might be like watching paint dry. Maybe you could put it on replay and go to sleep to it. Oh man. It's but it's interesting when you are working on boring areas, though. Um, there's a risk, at least for me, involved with that, where I don't want to um, zone out, because if you zone out, you can start creating some problems, and you stop paying attention to what's going on. So yeah, well, I'm with you, Cheryl. I feel the same way, but yeah, Fred's dying to watch that forehead get rendered. I know it. He's been waiting for that. Okay, let me do this. Put that this little edge right here. See, I can have a very hard edge to this shadow up here where it's really close to the object that is casting the shadow. But out here, this edge of the cast shadow over here needs to be less distinct, right? Because it's not as close to the object that is casting the shadow. So, okay. So I was going to use this purple over here and push that out just a little bit right in there. Make sure I'm not off the frame there. Here we go. Oh, it sounds really cool, Maria. Can't wait to see that. That's awesome. Can't wait to see what you're doing on that. Very exciting. Okay, that's enough for that area right now. Right there. Okay. Jan, good question. I'm about done. Like with this nose right here, I'm almost done right there. Much of the eye. I'm going to keep layering on the eye. But with the nose right there, I'm about done. I'm not going to use OMS. On the background, I will use OMS because it'll make it go so much faster. For my hair, I might use OMS. Just kidding. Oh, Jody, we're talking about solvent using odorless mineral spirits. That's what that stands for. Do you like that, Maria? Thanks. Oh, thanks, Shiny. Yeah, the purple. I'm a big fan of using purple if at all possible, especially in skin. Okay. Hmm. Move this right back up here. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, on this side, Jan, all the tooth is filled. Let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit more. Well, I guess it depends on who you ask. Enough of the tooth is filled for me that, and it's representational enough. I don't know. Maybe some people that might bother that it's not filled in like a cake or something. I don't know, but for me, it's fine. I mean, it's really a slick surface there now. So, okay, let me see though. I do want to get a little more of this red over here. Oh, you're welcome, Jan. That was a good question. Love these questions, guys. Very, very good. Helps me to think about what's going on with this. So Maria, you're asking about the background solid, or you want to do a panel wood look, like what is behind you now? Oh no, no, I'm not going to do that. That's interesting. Haven't thought about that. Never thought about that. No, what I'm going to do is this is what I'm leaning towards anyway. Because it's light on this side of the face, I'm going to do a more of a deep maroon over here on this side. And then on the left hand side, it's going to be a lighter color, and it might be blue. I'm not sure yet. Haven't decided for sure. But the value I do know is going to be dark to light. I'm not real sure about all the details, but I know in general. No, I'm not going to use pan pastels, Angel. I'm just going to keep using um, colored pencil. Jan, that'd be a lot of fun, actually. Jan's asking about an in-person class. Yeah, I would like to do that. Maybe after the pandemic is kind of over more. We're getting there, right? All right, just suggesting a little bit of that color and tone up there. All right, where's that pink? Here it is that I used. That might be fun, Jan. Yeah, we'll have to talk about that. That's cool. All right. I think I'm okay with where we are tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream. Thanks, guys, for joining me. It was a lot of fun. Have a good night. I got to get up really early in the morning. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream because it is 9 o'clock here. Um, and I got to get up at 4 a.m. in the morning. So I'm going to head to bed. Good night, everybody. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.